I hope you'll go along with this rather unusual setting and the fact that I'm going to come to you mostly through this medium here for the rest of the show. The research program that I'm going to describe to you is quickly characterizable by saying, if in your office you as an intellectual worker were supplied with a computer display backed up by a computer that was alive for you all day and was instantly responsive to every action you had, how much value could you derive from that? We're going to try our best to show you rather than tell you. So this characterizes the way I could sit here and look at a completely blank piece of paper. That's the way I start many projects. So I'm putting in an entity called a statement, and that's full of other entities called words. And if I make some mistakes, I can back up a little bit. So I have a statement with some entities' words, and I can do some operations on these. I can copy a word. I can say that word like copy after itself. In fact, that pair of words I'd like to copy after itself, and I can just do this a few times. So I could get myself some material on my blank piece of paper, and then I'd say, well, this is going to be more important than it looks. So I'd like to set up a file. So I tell the machine, all right, output to a file. So we've seen how we can start with a blank piece of paper and go to developing a file. So I have ways of studying over, making different views, moving around, going to specified points, and modifying the structure. So I have entities of all sorts that I can say I want to do operations on, and this basic structure that I can move over and study and get about very quickly. Well, I'm going to do something called jump on a link. And a link is something that'll go between files. I'm in the middle of that other file, looking at this particular material. I'd like to learn about the program. This presentation is devoted to the HIRC. The natural question is, what's that? Okay, the first jump took me to this statement saying, all right, Augmented Human Intellect Research Center is what HIRC stands for. A link will take me to the next one. That link took me out to a different file. The HIRC is pursuing these goals. Basic goal, improve the effectiveness with which individuals and organizations work at intellectual tasks. Better solutions, faster solutions, solutions to more complex problems, better use of human capabilities. But a corollary goal is, besides improving the effectiveness, to develop a system-oriented discipline for designing the means by which greater effectiveness is achieved. That's very important to us. The approach for this should result in the system-oriented discipline. It's a whole system problem. You need to get a person in that environment working and looking at the many aspects of his working system that are involved in his effectiveness. That's many more things than just these computer-aided tools. In a large system like that, we can't be analytic enough about it. We can only decide from here, as well as we can analyze it, where we can invest our next resources to get the most return at an increase of the effectiveness of the system we have. Right now, we consider it to be primarily an instrument and a vehicle for helping humans to operate within the domain of complex information structures. And I've given you an overall picture about the program. And that's out of the way, and I can just move my marker down.